Rauka jamaa kumekucha, miaka 16 kidato cha kwanza, pokea salamu siku mpya, insider za kwanza zasifiwa boma, kaipokea tetesi moja shuleni wikendi, barua ulioituma nimeshasoma.
Ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, a magical journey awaits as you unveil a masterpiece woven with the threads of unity and collaboration. Get ready to be transported into the realm of nostalgia, joy, and camaraderie as we proudly present a creation that captures the essence of a decade's worth of shared experiences, brought to life through the visionary prowess of Arcadians and the collective efforts of esteemed KU-KC alumni spanning the golden years between 2010 and 2020. This remarkable piece is not just a video, it is a living testament to the bonds that were forged and the stories that were etched into the tapestry of time. As the soul-stirring melodies composed by the gifted Debbie Omari serenade your senses, you'll be drawn into a symphony of recollections that span the spectrum of emotions. The enchanting narrations, masterfully brought to you by the voices of Omune Manan, Triza Dhiambo, Mickey Keino, Gibudha Paul, Angela Mwangi, and Kimomi Brian, will weave a spellbinding narrative that carries you through the highs and lows, the triumph and tribulations of this incredible journey. But what truly sets this opus apart are the over 1,000 memories meticulously created in a dazzling array of photos, videos, and heartwarming snippets. These treasures, created by comrades both as individuals and on behalf of groups, are a mosaic pieces that create a vivid collage of shared laughter, tears, and cherished moments. Let your heart swell with pride and emotion as you witness the indomitable spirit of unity that courses through every pixel and frame. But that is not all. In a spirit of support and celebration, we've dedicated a segment to feature the entrepreneurial ventures of our beloved comrades, a showcase of businesses that have blossomed from the seeds of shared aspirations, as testament to the resilience and determination that define our community. Embark on a journey that transcends time, connecting the past to the present and fostering a sense of belonging that knows no bounds. Let the warm embrace of camaraderie envelop you and bask into the competence and achievements that have nurtured within this remarkable group. Welcome, dear friends, to the realm where memories become stories, stories become legacies, and legacies become the foundation of a future yet to unfold. With open hearts and eager anticipation, we invite you to savor, engage, and relish in the wonders of Echoes of Unity, a decade of memories. This is more than just a video. It is a bridge that spans across time, a celebration that transcends boundaries, and an invitation to journey through the chapters of a shared legacy. So, sit back, immerse yourself, and let the echoes of unity resonate within your very soul. Let the odyssey begin. Welcome and enjoy the ride.
Sijaweza kufumbua, moyo wangu waridhika. Sijaweza kufumbua, hapo zamani kajua ningekuwa. Hapo zamani ukiambiwa unapendwa, waamini ukipendwa.
Exactly 37 days ago, I found myself at a stakeholders meeting surrounded by folks of my age. As we went around introducing ourselves, a wave of nostalgia swept over me, transporting me back to the delightful moments of September 2015. Back then, I stood before a bunch of wide-eyed freshers, all set to embark on their college journey, and I was part of their induction team. Oh, the memories. Just like in 2015, I couldn't help but pay extra attention to the ladies introducing themselves, conveniently ignoring guys' intros. You see, as a diligent student of Americ's classes of Twitter and Kibe fan on YouTube, men should only be identified by nicknames. Oya, Bazenga, Mzito, Kafkusui, and Bigman, all depending on whether you are the bill settler at Quivers Lounge Kilmani or the one who is sent to fetch jacket from the car boot. By the way, here a car is anything with an engine capacity of 2,500 cc and above. The rest are just glorified tuk-tuks. On the flip side, ladies must be known by their sweetest names. In fact, a name that reminds them of their childhood memories that melt their hearts. I will not share such details as my brothers from the lake have mastered how best to do for a single weekend before a surprise breakup. But let's shift gears and dive into the vibrant tapestry of KU Kitui campus, shall we? Buckle up, because I'm about to take you on a whirlwind tour from Gate B to the legendary Hostel 11, Room 10, a place largely known as unknown to Masako. And then there's the rooftop, the keeper of countless campus relationship memories. It was where the first kiss was administered, as new lovers looked at their twinkling stars, and it also embraced tears after 2 strong years of what felt like a couple modeled in heaven. Thaddeus understood how it used to feel kuchukuliwa boy or dem na fresha. Anyway, machozi ngepeleka pale kesha. Nobody will know your reason for crying. Hold on tight, because our journey takes us from the main gate, a place that if you ever driven into campus was akin to initiation ceremony, to CR1, the den of youth bravery. This is where a few trophies, that books and bottles, were consumed in the noble pursuit of reaching optimum confidence levels to confuse Eve forever, and Mary for Mariah. Thanks to the influencers of Blue Moon and KC trophies, not forgetting Top Secret and Legend. Oh, and you've got to stick around for the grand finale, the Kibao vodka. Brace yourself for the tale of how this mighty spirit reduced me to doing 100 press-ups in Hostel 11, Room 10, in the esteemed company of 3 lads and a truly enchanting lady whose names shall remain under wraps for now. So, there you have it, my friend. A glimpse into the memories of tales and laughter, chronicles of campus memories. From our quirky nicknames to rooftop confessions, we are just getting started on this ride down memory lane.
Ni ukipendwa una imani. Haiwelele, haiwelele.
As the ever-wise Sombachi would put it, introduction done, freshers night done. But here's where the real action kicks in. Kusa politics, the ultimate arena of camaraderie and drama. Cast your minds back to the days before 2013. There was Bill. I don't know what he did, but I think these gents can tell us. Then came the era of Kamara, Tobias, and McKenna in 2014. The following year, 2015, saw the rise of Mwendwa, Munai, and Tabitha. And so the eras continued. 2016 brought Nabiswa, Mitugo, and Vayo onto the scene. 2017 saw Pitalis, Omolo, and Wendy stepping up to the plate. And in 2018, it was Osodo, Lawrence, and Gesare's turn to shine. 2019 was Mweu, Abuka, and Cindy. and a decade closes with Owino, Kibet, and Christine Muli. But let's take a moment here. All this political flavor was before KU decided to sprinkle some agricultural vibes onto Ukambani by transforming Kitui campus into a bona fide school of agriculture. Oh, the twists life throws our way. But let's not forget the strategic masterminds working behind the curtains, those late night coalition formation sessions, the tireless door-to-door campaigns, and the unsung leaders who are leaders in their own right. I will love to have all the scrolls used by Socrates and Plato to record every juicy political moment, but as the wise Dr. Nzau used to say, we must flex our critical and creative thinking muscles. So, snippets it is. Coalitions, my friends, were the bread and butter of campus politics. Those who steered clear of them knew that avoiding them was same as Rigiji failing to mention Raila in his speeches. And right at the core of Ukambani's political engine were strategic thinkers like Musia wa Musia, a force both in name and demeanor, Kilonzo and the indomitable Kate Mutisia. From the United Kingdom of Kisumu, the maestros who orchestrated the political symphony leading to Migingo were none other than Engineer Alan Ofula, Dr. Elvin Otema, the wise Prof. Mark Ben Ochieng, the steadfast Angira, the illustrious Bigman Ogola Jr., MCA Andrew Young, the Commander-in-Chief Sospita, the philosophical genius George Olelo, and Senior Ogoya, whose bloodline boasted kinship with none other than Obama. From the mountain regions where Raila himself was bestowed with some slippery shoes by none other than Sabina Shege, it was Kiruja Samuel and Kamau Gashehe who ensured that Rigiji remained the epitome of truthfulness. And let's not forget the champions hailing from the land of Kafament, Stanley Kurgat, the late Evans Lagat, Yatich Bismarck, Terer, and a whole host of others who held their ground valiantly. And from the spirited land of Embarambaba, names like Anthony Muturi and Lawrence Matunda etched themselves into the annals of campus history. And then there were the cousins of Papa Waroma and Madividi, Wesonga, Otinga, and the one and only Victor Msafi. You see, politics was the grand unifier, bringing us all together in ways that words can't quite capture. Whether you were involved in the elaborate house nominations or the spirited corridor campaigns, your efforts were etched into the memories of those who lived through those vibrant times. And here's a prediction. Your political ambitions were only ignited, and it won't surprise me if you find yourself hosting and attending devolution conferences in years to come.
And the guilt deep inside. Give to your eye. Penda mimi weni gai we munene. The journey of these campus memories, my friends, is an eternal one, and you've just scratched the surface. The campaign chapter gradually drew to a close, and life slipped back into its regular rhythm. The weekdays at Kitui campus were a whirlwind of lectures, with most students dutifully attending classes. I still think KC made it impossible to fully transition from high school schedules of studying hard. Perhaps that's why the lion's share of first-class graduates hailed from Kitui, a place where academic prowess seemed to flourish. But despite this academic grind, the campus environment still bestowed upon us that sense of liberation unique to comrades. The weekends. the magical time when the clock struck dinner hour and campus transformed into a vibrant hub of activity. VJ Vector and M16 will be orchestrating the setup for an upcoming Freshers' Night, the Grand Mr. and Miss KU contest, a celebration of culture, or a showcase of talent. Meanwhile, MC Santos, the ebullient Don Sammy, the effervescent Nina, and the infectious Buddha will be injecting life into the atmosphere as official MCs. A prelude to a night of unforgettable memories that were better left unrecorded by cameras. However, not every weekend followed this orchestrated script. Often than not, comrades will escape into KV for partying. With the undeniable power of comradeship at play, even a modest 150 shillings could transform into a night of pure sherehe. The concept of kuchangisha mzinga, pulling money for a bottle, was so strong that even the ladies joined the harambe. But what happens in KV remains in KV. All captions to that effect can only be accessed when McQueen finally claims copyrights in exchange for having a street named after him in Runda. I'm still in for the challenge, McQueen. Around 3 a.m., just as the delicate light of the early hours started to filter in, comrades would leave KV depending on how the night was. Those who had exceeded their spirit levels will often be lovingly escorted through Gate B and deposited onto their beds, their dreams overtaking them. Those who bought a drink for a Seku comrade never returned to KC. They will vanish somewhere between KV and Gate B into 6-5 or similar establishments until Sunday afternoon. And those who were accidentally kissed in the moment of intoxication will return to KC with the hope there were enough showers in the washrooms for use behind the curtains. Comrades were always rough riders as their trust will allow them to kiss for sure. Utmost accolades to Mr. and Miss KU throughout the years who ensured comrades enjoyed to the optimum. From orchestrated events to KV escapades, each note contributing to the epic melody of campus life. Hiking were equally moments to behold, but let's get one thing straight. Hikes were for juice, biscuits, and good vibes. Definitely not Blue Moon or Ankibao vodka. The Green Tower, the Blue Tower, the hills at KV, and the tranquil green gardens were our go-to hiking spots. And if you never ventured out on one of these hiking missions, let me send Kibe's random whips your way. For those who won't forgive me for the whips, let me usher you into the religious side of
Looking
KC.
out on the morning rain, I used to feel so uninspired. And when I knew I had to face another day, Lord, it made me feel so tired. Before the day I met you, life was so unkind, but you're the key to my peace of mind. 'Cause you make me feel, you make me feel, you.
Hi guys, how you doing? I hope you guys are doing fine. Personally, I'm doing fine and I'm grateful for the far that I've come. So religion was like a steadfast companion to our journey as comrades, weaving its threads into our survival story. Among us was the staunch Christians who didn't dream of missing a Sunday service, even if it meant putting a curse on themselves. And even those who couldn't always make it to regular services still made sure not to miss the final pre-exam service. On that sacred weekend, all the tunes switched to gospel, and even Tibet's pool tables went untouched at Sierra One. Church services brimmed with attendees, and ushers scrambled to find enough seats for everyone. It's like exams had this mystical power that drew everyone toward seeking divine intervention. Among the figures who profoundly influenced comrades' spiritual journeys were Moha, representing the Muslim community, Felix, representing SGA, We had Ngugi, Evans Ngeshu, Immaculate Otieno, the devoted Kelvin Birich representing the CU, Diana Kabaka, Issa Sakwa, Joseph Munyao representing the Catholic community, and countless others who led various societies. To all these trailblazers, wherever you are now, you've played a very pivotal role in leading many souls towards God or Allah. And a notable mention goes out to Dr. Mary Rono, who had a Bible in her office. As the director, she would sometimes offer prayers for comrades after the occasionally tough disciplinary committee meetings, praying for our transformation. Rumor had it that even the kitchen staff would send their prayers aloft. Unnecessary step, perhaps, to infuse extra sweetness into the soup ya bure at the mess and ensure a constant supply of modokoi. Occasional occasions, the night vigils, outreaches, the missions, fasting, music sabbaths, and hillside reflections were all carefully curated to ensure that comrade spirits remained nourished on this journey. So, hail KC.
Of course, campus welfare was a critical concern too. Besides the Kibra and Runda canteens, exclusively for societies, the likes of Peter or M-Pesa earned their places in our hearts and in our wallets, as the M-Pesa shops saw more withdrawals from us than any other spot. And while I vowed not to involve couples in this narrative, I secretly hope they are still thriving together. Let's not forget about Breezy, the resident tech genius and the one who ensured our laptops functioned optimally. The only time I met this guy was either in the shades of Pale Old Lib Wi-Fi, where he worked his magic ensuring our laptops were ready for the impromptu movie proposal. Yes, you come maybe to watch movie. While I still can't put my fingers on why movies often took at 5 minutes in, as comrades we collectively agree that what transpired behind curtains should stay behind such curtains. Freshers were not forgotten either. Breezy's effort included installing antivirus softwares on their laptops, a wise choice given the challenges they inevitably face in the years ahead. Breezy, you remain a true luminary among the few business moguls I have had a pleasure encountering. For those who haven't visited him at RNG Plaza opposite Best Lady Palace CBD, I will whip you in 1 year's time if you will not have ordered anything electronic from this guy. In the kingdom of printing, Gabriel Kenywa of Gabu Printers reigned supreme. He made it oh so easy to skip lectures, providing handouts including making schemes for units like UC 100. While we mourn his passing, may he rest in peace, we trust that he is now printing names in heaven. And when Gabu was occupied, Dimba and Soliste stepped in, ensuring handouts were always at hand for the comrades. Alfred Atosi, a true master of haircuts, kept us looking sharp. His services were especially appreciated as we prepared for our weekend escapades at JS, hoping to make hearts skip a bit. Joshua, a dear friend, provided us with my moto na pilipili kwa wingi during our gym sessions with Dan and Derek. When in the company of a lady, he ingeniously suggested nunulia mresh mayai, a smooth move if ever there was one. And then there was the indomitable Charlie Chaplin, who recognized that ladies hated ugali a mess. He sold Indomie and milk, turning it into a strategic cut. This move made it nearly impossible to visit your girlfriend after 9 p.m., as the answer was often a resounding, "You come na ka Indomie."
Joseph!
Huku ni wapi? Huku ni wapi? Na huko ni wapi? Na huko na hapo chini na kule huko mwisho.
In 2017, the campus witnessed the rise of fruit supply, thanks to Omalemba, Ken Shokunjila, and their Runda crew. They ensured that not only did we have lunch, but a juicy slice of watermelon was also on the menu. CBO, Comrades Bond Organization, was a force to be reckoned with, ensuring the comrades enjoyed the most delicious meals on campus. And yes, word has it that a couple or two took their love to the next level after indulging in overgears and soft chapels. Last, but definitely not least, Maulo Melvin, the supplier of sure bets, while we can't confirm if he himself placed those bets, the fact that his customers, when contacted, remained silent proves they were happy customers. My friends, this is the mosaic that forms our campus story. A tale stitched together by the fabric of comradeship, shared experiences, and the many names etched in the annals of our memories. Amidst the vibrant tapestry of campus life, we also experienced moments of profound sorrow. We lost fellow comrades, Nkosti, Mike Mayudi, Paxton Mumanyi, alongside other cherished souls who transitioned to the immortal realm. To those you left behind, families, friends, we offer our heartfelt condolences. Let's take a solemn minute to honor their memory. Eternal rest grant unto their departed souls, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon them. May they rest in eternal peace. Amen. Today, our campus legacy continues through an active alumni group, boasting over 300 members since its inception in September 2020. Under the guidance of Mike Santos and his team, this group ensures the welfare of comrades extends far beyond the confines of KC. We supported one another through losses and hardships, proving that the world isn't cast in stone. If you are aligned with this belief, don't hesitate to join the group. Thank you.
Get rid of your words. The Lord is out to save you. I'll live for you. Hey, Lord, we live for you. I'll live for you. Lord, I'll live for you. Lord.
As we draw to a close, I can't omit mentioning the illustrious Mr. and Miss KU pageants. They were unforgettable pairs, Nyaga and Lane, Mulunda and Jennifer, followed by Abel and Sharon, then Dan and Mickey, Lesuda and Kristen, and finally, Calvins and Doreen. These events weren't just your average gatherings, they were nights of entertainment where musical stylings of King Kaka, Naiboy, Major, Kush Tracy, and even DJ Lighter graced us. In fact, DJ Lighter went an extra mile, posting the music for 2 whole hours just to fine-tune his DJ setup. If you're among the brave souls who missed these legendary events, the Kidero Shebesh moment would be an apt metaphor for your situation. With the exhilaration of visiting campuses like Seku and the KU main campus, comrades are always ready to let loose in the company of Mpoa Wao. I seldom miss a single location. Of course, syllabus has undergone dramatic transformations since our time in campus. These nights also served as platforms of discovering hidden talents, from Churchill the guitarist to singers like Debbie and Quinta, the multi-talented Mr. Nathaniel, or NAVCOM Arts, whose craftsmanship extends beyond the ordinary. Let's not forget Teddy and Winnie Wandia, who clinched prestigious titles during their very first year. And then there is Okoth, who brilliantly mimicked my campaign greetings during the Elders' Night in 2018. You are a true performer, my friend. Alas, this narrative is insufficient to encapsulate all the memorable events, including the arresting and the untimely release of Ogola, the very first street bash in Nagio Kitui 7's event, and the innovative Somesha Munzako, which aimed at keeping all the comrades in campus. If I had more minutes, I'd recount how house parties had the uncanny ability to make everyone intoxicated within mere minutes. It took a concoction of blue moon, hot water, tea leaves, and a sprinkle of a certain holy herb. I hope Kibonz is doing just fine. I also remember requested with anonymity, but anataka mtu serious. So wale ambao wanataka watu serious, usilipe tokens wala Kenya Power na jinsi stima inavyopotea siku hizi, bei ya mafuta inazidi kupanda. Tafuta mtu msaidiane kusikiza news vile comrades are no longer eat ugali, veje 12 bob, as ugali is official 25 shillings in KU messes. Chapati imepanda bei pia. So kuna mtu ambaye anataka mtu. Weka pale chini kwa comments tujue kama uko interested. In the grand tapestry of our campus journey, these words capture but a fraction our memories, experiences, and camaraderie experience, eternal thread weaving through the corridors of our shared history. So here to us, to the unforgettable chronicles of the campus memories. Share audios.